Morning gang. Today I am heading off to Elm Tree Farm, which is where mint plants have their greenhouses here in Bristol. I'm gonna go and check out all of the amazing cacti, succulent, euphorbia. Is euphorbia a separate thing to cacti and succulents? I don't know. I'm gonna go and meet Hayley, who is the owner. I can't wait to have a little look around all of her greenhouses. They just look full of amazing plants, and you know I've been enjoying the weirdos lately, so chances are I'll be coming away with some. But let's go. Okay. Oh. Hayley is she's just so pure and she's lush. She is lush. If you ever have the opportunity to go to Elm Tree Farm and visit Hayley, please do it. She is amazing. She just oozes energy and enthusiasm for cacti and succulents, and she's really knowledgeable. Elm Tree Farm is lush. It was just so good. It was so good. And I did get some plants, which I'll show you at the end, but I just want to talk a little bit about kind of Hayley and mint plants and what she does and Elm Tree Farm, because it's all just amazing. So to begin with, before I left, I said, are euphorbia a different thing to cacti and succulents? And Hayley says that they are a succulent, so they're in the succulent bracket. So Hayley owns and runs Mint Plants. She has had a brick and mortar store before. I think originally she was actually up in Thornbury, and then she came down to Bristol. Pandemic happened, cost of living happened, and sadly she's had to move out of her brick and mortar store in Bristol. It was based in Easton, I believe. I never got to visit. And I think she's been in a few different places since, but she has moved into Elm Tree Farm. And so Elm Tree Farm is run by a guy called Bash. I didn't get to meet him today, which is a shame, but he also has some really cool plants. It would be interesting to talk to him as well. But Elm Tree Farm is I had no idea it was there. I've lived in Bristol all my life. I had no idea it was there, and it's kind of hidden away. It's up near what is the area? Is it Frenchy? There was a squirrel looking in at me from the balcony. I don't know if it's actually in the Frenchy area, but it's very close to it, in between Frenchy and Easton. I don't know what that area is. Eastville. I don't know what the area is, but it's tucked away. So when you're on the road, it's kind of whenever I've driven there, my sat nav's turn left, and I'm there isn't a left. But then you realise that there is in fact a left, and you go down this little driveway, it's quite long. You pull into a car park, and then there's just this farm, and it is a working farm. So there's there's the car park, and in front of the car park there's land with greenhouses and sheds and vegetable patches. To the right there's words. At the moment there's a dried flower and wreath making area, or well, maybe not making but buying area. There's a shop with loads of local produce in there. It's really sweet. There's kind of sections of our farm that you can't go into because it is a working farm, but there are other bits that you could see. I'll put in a little clip. There were some geese honking away, which is really cute to see. Ah, hi ducks and geese. Are they geese? They're geese, aren't they?
Yeah, they're geese. There's pigs somewhere.
Oh yeah. Smile for for the camera.
What's your best one?
That was good. Yeah, those vegetable patches, they grow, they do, like in the spring and summer, they do fresh cut flowers, so you can go there and buy flowers. They were planting loads of like daffodils and spring bulbs when I was there, and you can go and pick your own daffodils, which is adorable. I will definitely be doing that in the spring when they've all sprouted. And then there are these like greenhouses, and Hayley's taken over 2 of them, and it's just so cool. There's one that's going to be like fully open to the public. Well, you can go there now. So they're open on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and they're starting to open more on Saturdays as well. So that's really good. But you can go in, one of the greenhouses is open to the public, and they were getting it like today. They're still getting bits set up. You can go there now, but Hayley's working on getting it all set up into like areas. So there's like succulents, cacti, euphorbia, and then they're going like even more. There was like an area of crassula. The plants, these plants are amazing. Some of them are so huge and so old, and like the history and the character that comes with them. Hayley knows where, I don't know how she remembers it all, but she knows where a lot of them have, like where she's got them from. What Hayley does, where she sources her plants, is she rescues them. Like, how amazing is that? Like, I am interested in the weird plants. I don't think I'm going to be fully immersing myself in the cacti and succulent world completely yet. But the cacti and succulent world is huge. I know that, and there are people out there in the UK with the most phenomenal collections, and when those people can't care for them anymore, like maybe in old age or if they pass, and family members just don't know what to do with these, people in the kind of like cacti and succulent industry know that Hayley rescues these plants, and she gets kind of called up, messaged, she'll go and collect them. So I know some of the ones I've got were from Reading, I can't remember where else some of mine are from, but literally all over the UK. She drives up, loads up her van and brings them back to Bristol, which is just insane. The dedication, she goes through them all. So there's like the other greenhouse is where plants get put when they're not ready, like they've literally just been brought to Elmtree. And I don't think that one is going to be open to the public, but I was very lucky to have a little look around, and there were some cool plants in there, and there was like boxes of just succulent and cacti that are just, they're there, and Hayley hasn't got to them yet. Like, what she does is she'll repot them all, put them into fresh soil, a fresh pot, puts like a nice topping on it, checks for pests, sorts out pests if there are any, and then they are good to go. They get priced, they get labelled, and they're good to go. There is a website, it'll be linked down below. So they do regular website restocks. There are plants that are in the greenhouses that you can purchase that aren't yet on the website, but they're just, it's amazing. Like, these plants are, like, what would happen to these plants if there weren't people like Hayley around to like go and collect them and pass them on and share the love. Like, some of them are so old. There was one that I think it was actually a crassula. It was literally, it said like 40 plus years on it. Like, that plant's older than me. Like, it's been in somebody's life for a lifetime, and now you get the chance to own it. Like, mind blowing. There were some stunning plants there. There were a few that I really, really want that aren't ready yet, and I will be keeping my eye out. There were some what's it called, like tetro cactus. Tetro, is that? I completely lost it. I knew it when I was there. I think it's tetro cactus, like tetrageometricus. I don't know, the round like ball cactus. She's got some of those. They're not ready yet. They will be, Hayley said that it'd probably be like closer to springtime that they're going to be put on the website. You know, I want one of those. There's just so many amazing plants. Like, if you are ever in Bristol, if you're ever driving through Bristol and it's a Tuesday, Thursday or a Saturday, go and check them out. Like, it's amazing. And Hayley is just so welcoming. She is so enthusiastic. You can message her on Instagram and she will respond, and she's just so genuine, and she cares so much about these plants and she wants them to go to good homes. So if you're interested in the cacti and succulents in this world, the weirdos, please do check out the website and check out Elmtree. They've got I think I've already said, they've got like Christmas wreaths available, they've got Christmas trees, and they're actually quite a good price, so you can go there and get that. Elmtree Farm, what they do is fantastic. They actually work with the Brandon Trust charity, and they support adults with learning disabilities, and they give them like jobs, they teach them skills. The farm is fantastic. The way it's run, it's just so wholesome. Like what they do to support these people in gaining like really critical life skills, giving them a job, like supporting them is amazing. It's so amazing. I do recommend it. It is a little gem that is completely hidden away here in Bristol. I literally would have no idea it existed if it weren't for Hayley, so thanks Hayley. I imagine I will be spending a lot more time there. I could have spent a lot more money as well, but we're on the wrong side of Christmas at the moment, so after Christmas I'll be heading back. So let me show you what I got. I don't know where to start. So I was actually allowed to, like when I was in the greenhouse that isn't open to the public, that has plants that haven't been like sorted out yet, I was allowed to select a couple of those to purchase off of Hayley, and so some of those ones haven't been like repotted or treated for pests, so there are a couple of the plants in here that do have mealybugs. I feel completely okay with battling mealybugs. They give me the heebie-jeebies, they're really gross, I don't like them, but I feel quite confident in treating them, I think. But having said that, I actually got this guy, which yes, I do already have and have already purchased from Hayley Mint Plants. This is the Sarcostemma, I can't remember what the other bit of the name is, but I saw this guy and I was like, oh, it's so cute. So I've got this one, and because succulents and cacti, they just like bits just fall off, don't they? They grow in such weird wonky ways that they just fall off. There was rows and rows of like seed trays full of sections that have fallen off that were rooting, and this section was in it, and I just loved how long it is, so I will be rooting that, potting that together. And I have the original one that I got. I have propagated some of it because some of it was like that weird purpley grey colour that I wasn't quite such a fan of, so I've taken some of the green bits off, and they're rooting well. I don't think anything's happening with them just yet, but hopefully they will root, and then eventually I'll pot them all together. But yeah, I haven't checked this one for pests. I haven't seen any on there, but I'm gonna treat them all anyway. Like I'm not willing to risk it at the moment, especially because I've been moving my plants around, and a lot of my they're all succulents, like a lot of my weird succulents are now all in the cabinet, so they're all sat together, so that's where a lot of these will end up, and I'm not willing to put them in there until I know for certain that they are mealybug free, or at least I'm pretty sure. My epiphyllum anguliger is on the floor here, and I just don't want to risk it touching any mealybugs, so I'm just gonna shuffle that, push that a little bit further back. So I did purchase these plants. So the potted Sarcostemma, no, I can't remember how much, maybe £5, and the like broken off bit was £2. I don't know. Like obviously the ones that haven't been repotted or treated were like a little bit cheaper than what would have been marked price, because they've, you know, I'm taking a risk. But she very kindly did let me have these for free. These are, I have no idea what their actual name is. She did tell me and I can't remember. I know them as like the corn on the cob euphorbia, and it's the variegated version. And there was a gorgeous one that was potted up that needed like sorting out. It was like a long one of these with like loads of them sprouting off. I don't know when that'll be available on the website, but it was gorgeous. These are all in the seed trays. They haven't rooted, there's nothing on them, so they are a little bit soft. They might not make it, but I'm willing to take the risk, and Hayley did let me have them for free, bless her heart, thank you so much. What I'm going to do is stick them in water and just hope for the best is what I'm going to do. Just realising that the lighting in this video is probably not that great. It is a really dismal day today, but yeah, sorry about that. I got a Ripsalis, which is definitely a mealybug culprit. So this was £10. I'm going to back up a bit so that you can really appreciate it. How long is that? It is a Ripsalis Pilocarpa something. I love it. I was saying to Hayley had a volunteer there called Angie, not Ange. Sorry, I can't remember. I think it was Angie. And I'll say it looks like fireworks, like just explosions. And she also said that it reminds her a little bit of like coral, which I totally get. But this one, yeah, definitely has mealybugs. So my plan is with this one is to actually propagate it, not keep any of the soil or like the roots, and just start again. So I learnt this from Hayley at another plant swap back in the summer, but she shared it again with me, and I just want to share it with you. In her experience of working with sucti, in her experience of working with cacti and succulents for as long as she has, rescuing like all of these huge collections, which you know would have had mealybugs, she has not seen a difference between root mealies and the mealies that you find on your plant. And she believes that mealybugs actually start in the soil, or like that's where they, like the young babies tend to hang out, and then they climb onto the plant, lay like more eggs, yada yada. But so she doesn't think there's a difference. So like root mealies and then actual mealies are the same kind of thing, but they often start in the soil. So if you don't know that they're there, they then crawl out onto the plant, and then people just treat the plant, but they haven't treated the soil. But in her experience, if you treat the soil, or like remove the soil and then kind of clean the plant, you're pretty good. You're good to go. So, and that's also my experience. So I've only ever had mealybugs, like I've bought plants and had like one mealybug on there, and I've like stuck it with a cotton bud covered in like vodka, and that's been it. That was the end of that. I've had one plant where I've had an actual like mealy issue, and I did try like the ladybird larvae, and I think that helped, but if they're in the soil, it's not going to get rid of it, is it? Because the larvae is not going to like burrow down in there. So it was effective in that I thought it treated the mealybugs, but once the kind of ladybug larvae were gone and it was out for a little while, like the plant, it was my Hoya polyneuria, they came back, the mealybugs came back, and that must have been because they were in the soil. So out of like desperation, because I love that plant, I actually just chopped it. I chopped all, like without knowing this information from Hayley, I just thought, that's it, screw that. It will be easier to treat this plant if all of the like vines are separate. So I chopped it all off, chucked the base, got rid of it. I put all of the vines into the bathtub, actually filled it up with horticultural soap and water, let it soak there for quite a while, much longer than necessary, and then dried them out, and I've not seen a mealybug since, at all. Nothing, nada. So I do feel quite confident, like that one treatment did it. I'm a little bit nervous with this Ripsalis because it has got that kind of hairy texture to it, so I imagine it's going to be a little bit harder, but I'm this is I'm gonna do it. This is gonna be, it's gonna be good. I'm gonna have a gorgeous Ripsalis, whatever the name was. The Ripsalis was £10, but again, not repotted, not treated. So like these prices, they're not what would be on the website. I'm just keeping you aware of that. One that would be on the website, which I purchased, is this guy. So when they've been treated, they put on this like top dressing, they give it a label with a price tag, so £5. £5. This is a Pachyphytum bracteatum. I don't know if I'm saying that right. I think this is the like the moonstone succulent. Oh, it's so cute. I'm not the biggest fan of succulents that look like this. Like, you know, I mean, I'm saying that, I've got 3 here. Like when they're kind of like sat squat in their pot and they look all perfect and like cute. I don't really like them like that. I like them when they've gotten a bit of age, they've got a bit of trunk, they're looking weird. Like this is when I like them. And I actually, Hayley pointed out that in here is what looks like the beginning of a flower. How cute! I love this. I really, really do. I think it's gorgeous. I think it's just so freaking funky. I don't know what the root system's like in here, but for me the pot feels a bit too big. Obviously it needs to have a big pot because it's very top heavy. Oh, there's a little spider in there. Can you see? Just here. We don't mind spiders, they're friends. But yeah, I know it's got the pretty top dressing on it and stuff, but I'm probably gonna repot to a slightly smaller pot just because it feels a little bit overpowering. But £5, £5. So cool. So that one has been treated. I am still going to treat it again because it has been sat with all of these that either definitely or highly might likely have mealies. These two were also in the greenhouse that haven't, you know, it's not been treated. They're still in their original pots from their owners. These two are the ones that were from a lady's collection in Reading. I can't remember anything more about the story and I feel really bad. I feel like I should remember, but maybe I can ask Hayley. And I just, ooh, okay. So, it looks like a little tree. Look at that stem. Like the stem is fuzzy, the leaves are fuzzy, it's dropping something, water maybe. It's so cool. Apparently this is an Echeveria CV Doris Taylor. I think this is the like original tag that the person who owned it had it with. It is so stinking cute. How fuzzy is that? I love it. This one also definitely does have mealybugs, and I can only tell very slightly this little like the white fuzzy bits here. So again, I'm nervous because it is fluffy. And I'm not completely sure. I think I'm gonna get a brush to like brush in to the gaps because I can see one in here. I'm really overwhelmed at the moment. I probably shouldn't be buying plants that I know have pests, but I just couldn't leave them. So that moonstone one was £5. I think this was £8, this one. I just love that so much, it's so cute. And then this one, I think was £10. And it is Echeveria Brigida? And I mean, this one looks a bit worse for wear. Again, it was in, you know, it's just been rescued. It's not been treated. It has, so it's got like this kind of like barked trunk, and then this bit that's more green. There's this whole mass of roots here, and in this mass of roots there are mealybugs. So I'm thinking, oh, I don't really know. I was thinking about chopping it, treating it, and just potting, but I kind of like how long this is. I don't know what to do. I'm probably going to remove this leaf just because it's struggling a bit. I haven't even shown you the actual plant. It's hard to show you. I'll probably have to put in some other clips. Ooh. Oh, it's not capturing how beautiful it is. It's like a bluey, God, the lighting's terrible, isn't it? It's just getting worse. It's like a bluey grey green with a gorgeous pink outline, and there's like a subtle pink to some of the leaves. It looks like it was giving like holographic iridescent vibes, which is why I picked it up, even though it does look a bit sad. But I've got faith it's gonna be amazing, and like when this starts putting out new leaves, it's just gonna look so stunning. I think it's gorgeous. But yeah, I'm a little bit scared of the mealybug situation, but I have every faith that I can handle it. Send, you know, pest getting rid of vibes my way. I really appreciate it. Massive shout out to Hayley at Mint Plants. Thank you so much for having me come visit. Like, thank you for letting me film there and just pick and choose what I wanted. I feel quite honoured to be able to just do that. It was a really lovely experience. Thank you to Elm Tree Farms for like just being so wonderful. Like, without Elm Tree Farms, I don't think we would still have Mint Plants. So like, I just shout out to them. Go and visit. They're wonderful. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. Check out Hayley's website down below. If Elm Tree Farm have a website, I'll also have that linked. Buy your Christmas tree there, get your Christmas wreath. Support them, they are wonderful. Let me know if you order some plants. Let me know if you are going to plan a visit to see them. Like, do share this video with your plant friends that enjoy the weird and wonderful plants. I cannot not say sucti. Can we just make that the new name? Share this video with your plants. No. I mean, feel free to play this video for your plants if you think they'd enjoy it. Oh my god. Share this video with your planty friends who like the weird and wonderful, the cacti and succulent of this world. I bet they're going to love Hayley's website. Subscribe if you're not already. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye. You know, what am I like? What? Who lets me have a YouTube channel?